Orbit. Yes, sir. ETA until the totems arrive, he asked as he ran down the hall. 47 minutes, sir. Sam turned and ran down the trade corridor. A tri-lobed pink slug squeaked at him from its robot dais as he went by. Sam stopped as he came upon Spitzlittle. She was geared up in her mechanic outfit, and a large blue sphere with 6 treaded wheels rolled up beside her. Spitzlittle, oh good I caught you. Are the imp cannons ready? She bobbed her ears. My brothers and I ran them through load test, but they haven't been field tested yet. If we need them, I hope they work. I'm pretty sure they will. They wanted to fire. It was difficult to discharge the magnetic coils without it going off. Sam looked at the blue sphere. What's that? Another weapon? Spitzlittle twitched her mouth. No, it's radioactive material the air wanted. Good. Get them set up. What about the modified rifles? How many did you manage to get ready? I got one for you, damn, and Curator ready to be used. Sam shifted his feet and pointed towards the docks. There is a now-abandoned crawfish ship that I'd like you to look at. Once this totem visit is over, and we have a second core up and running, I would like us to have a ship dedicated to salvage and protection of the station. Spitzlittle's ears bobbed. That sounds exciting. I'll put that on my to-do list. Thank you. He looked back at the Infinigan shop. The rifles at your shop? Yes. Feel free to grab them. Thanks, Spitzlittle. Sam ran off, waving. Spitzlittle walked into the air care station. The 4 air looked up from their desks. One walked over. How can we help you? Are you injured? Spitzlittle curved her mouth. No, I'm not, but I have a sensitive topic, and I wanted to know if you can be trusted. The air knelt down to be on her level. This is a human station. We obey the human codes of conduct while here, as found in the files given to us by Orbit. Patients' personal records are confidential so as their maladies cannot be used against them by others. Spitzlittle clacked her teeth. Great news, great news. All right. Do you have a private room? I need somewhere that I can tell you what is wrong. It stood and motioned her to the back. We have a private exam room set up. Please follow my cohort. Another of the air got up and walked to a room. Spitzlittle followed with her blue rolling sphere. When the 4 were in the room, Spitzlittle looked at all the corners. Are there any AI translators in here? The air near the door answered. No, just our basic translators. They do not broadcast or record. You are safe here. Spitzlittle walked over and looked at their bag. Okay, it has to be done. Okay, come out. The blue sphere opened and Shineless stood up and stepped out. Both air tilted their heads and looked at her with their blank faces. Good. Another specimen to examine. Sam walked through the swinging doors and stepped into the hot dam, rifle in each hand. Drop your drink. Got you something better. Dam turned from pouring a drink. What the hell, bro? I'm short-staffed. I need you to help me with a first-ish contact. Dam pulled 2 glasses from the rack and poured them both a shot. Fill me in on what we got going on. Sam saddled a stool next to a Craddock and took the proffered shot. Potential rogue mother wanting to pay a visit. Maybe try stealing Orbit. Dunno, could be an easy trade deal. These the ones with the neutronium? Sam nodded. Yeah, if it all goes smooth, we may have a good trade partner for it. He slammed the shot back. If not, all hell could break loose. We aren't a military installation, Sam. We can be annihilated easily. 1 lance is all it takes and we are space dust. Dam slammed his shot back and put the empty glass beside Sam's. He poured another. Sam lifted it up. Well, this round goes out to not becoming part of the void. Cheers to that. Curator, Orbit, and Sam stood at the center of the entry hall. Damn, 3 newly commissioned Craddock and Crunch lined the walls. Everyone had weapons at ease. The gantry doors opened, revealing 2 large floating upside-down pyramids, each as tall as Sam and as wide as his shoulders. Atop each of the pyramids floated a silver sphere. Sam looked at the pyramids as they shifted, not touching the ground. They were completely smooth except for 2 etched circles on each of the 4 sides. Speak aloud in English, please, Orbit said. You are here to deal with Sam, not me. The 2 silver sharp-pointed beings boomed. This is inefficient. We can conduct whatever business we have in the moments it has taken us to speak this aloud. Orbit shook his head. Please turn your volume down and address Sam. The two robotic avatars of the totem ship outside moved in front of Sam. Greetings, human Sam. You wish to barter for our neutronium, is that correct? Yes. I heard you would be agreeable to trade for some programs? Yes. We wish for Orbit to join us. Sam shook his head. Orbit has a lot of knowledge that cannot be shared. He also has to have a human to guide him. Then we will accept you as part of the barter then. Do you have a way to cross the galaxy to our homeworld? The totem moved their two eyes toward the hologram of Orbit. Where is the homeworld you speak of? Sir, do you want to give them the coordinates of Earth? Give them our galaxy. If we got there, we could make it home. Sam answered. Done. Orbit replied. No, that is against the rift flow. Travel is not possible within the human's current lifespan. Message may be possible to transmit on the outer sheath. Sam lifted his eyebrows. There may be a way to message Earth? Yes, theoretical possibility. Odds favor success. Dam stepped forward. I've been wanting to travel the local systems. Get some fresh air for a bit. Where all do you plan to go? Wherever we wish. The totem answered. Dam turned to Sam. I could take a copy of Orbit. We could go travel around, hang out with these guys some, see what's up. Sam thought for a moment. I'd be alone again. Dam put his hand on Sam's shoulder. It's a risk. Everything we do out here, look. He held Sam's gaze. If this deal is good, and we get this second core going, it could change things immensely here. I know. Dam looked over at the totems. Me and an Orbit copy devoid of classified files for the neutronium, what you know about this rift sheath messaging thing, and one of these droids for the station. What say you? The totems moved their spheres from looking at Dam, and then to Sam. Do you agree with this, Sam? What are your intentions with him and Orbit? He turned to Orbit. Are you up for making another copy? Curator mimed a cough. I'm right here. Sam looked at her. I wasn't going to volunteer you to go. But I can go? You can if you wish. Both of you will be missed here. The totem interrupted them. Orbit is illogical yet highly capable. This contradiction we are intrigued to understand. It has been our understanding only logic can manifest as functional as Orbit currently operates. We wish to understand how Orbit functions. Sam took a breath. You plan on dissecting him? What will happen to them when you are done? That is illogical. We find it interesting how successful you have been here as well. Most species would have died alone given what you were given. Yet you are surrounded by a plethora of biologics. No, Orbit will be treated as an honored guest amongst our worlds. He will be given his own servers, and we hope Orbit will host a question and answer forum for us. How long do you plan to keep them? They will not be kept. They will be free to go wherever they wish. We just wish to go with them. We find the concept of keeping one of our fingers here intriguing as well. Monitoring this station and keeping in contact with you has high probability of benefiting us. Sam looked at Dam, Curator, and Orbit. As sad as I am, I think we have a deal. Each nodded. Sam stood on the hull of the second core as they filled it. His mag boots held him in place as he watched the several suited up Infinigans running houses and using displays to monitor the mag flow output. Orbit, how we looking? Neutronium is filling the catalyzer. In 10 minutes we will either exist with double our power supply or we won't. Won't exist? Correct, sir. Sam laughed. What about Curator and Dam? They left on the totem shuttle with one of the totem fingers. Dam told me to tell you he left Grack in charge of the bar. Which one is Grack? The Craddock with the artificial hand and eye. Guess I haven't met him. Sam started walking the hull toward the hoses. He traced their massive outline up to the large rectangular ship made of shifting cubes, the vast stars of space stretching in all directions. I'm glad Dam will get to travel. I miss the rain. I'm glad one of you is staying here. This place is kinda amazing. Exactly, sir. 7 scribblers were on Sam's tool tray floating behind him as he walked down a mist-floored hall. Did you get the files with the human law books? The scribbler at the head of the tray chittered a response, clicking its claws. Yes. We did not think it would be so complex. You have had numerous odd things happen in your past. What's so odd about law? The scribblers whispered together. Then the head one spoke. From the books, humans never seem to agree on anything. One generation gets on track with the knowing, and the next destroys it. It is all in your laws. Continuous back and forth fights. I still don't understand this knowing, and I still can't pronounce your name right, Chichiquak. That close? The lumpy little scribbler shook its body. You are intelligent. Your laws prove you can understand deep philosophy and universal knowing. Yet you are so stupid. You cannot even pronounce our simple names. Your mouth moves so much, yet there is no control. Well, you're not speaking English, so there's that. Then in perfect English all seven spoke. We can too. Sam stopped and stared. That was amazing. Why are we using translators? The head scribbler replied using the speaker built into the tray. Because our language is more detail-oriented and can handle knowings far better. All right, Checha. Chetchaka walk it. All right, Checha. Sam turned the corner down the arm toward the consortium. Most of Guachuk's people had taken up posts in the bank, and the consortium offices had been emptied. The storehouse was still in use for the weapons smuggling. Orbit has reconfigured the atmosphere in this wing to be hospitable to us. We have converted one of the larger offices into a brig with several cells. You will have 13 offices to use, and one large office we reconfigured into a courtroom. Checha took control of the tray controls and steered it around the offices, ducking into one then another. The seven whispered and pointed with their grasping claws. Checha brought the tray back to Sam in reception. The configuration is to our liking. We would like the floor converted to Stickian standard, though, and also would like a herd of squishies. I will work on getting the flooring grown and misters installed. The Infinigans can have that done within 7 cycles. We will compile our notes and begin work on the law code for the station. Good. Thank you again for taking the jobs. We are already enjoying it. Checha stretched his claws and lifted his body up on his tiny legs. This is a good space for my people. Glad you like it. Keep me posted. Sam walked back through the armway and into the main station. He walked down a hall with several newly installed windows in it. He could see the new ring of construction started, connecting all 3 arms. A hotel was being built on the ring near the bank, long pink lights flashing up its side. He walked around the perimeter of the inner station to another set of new windows. The ring ran across the outside of the zoo and Infinigan habitat, connecting to both. Off of the Infinigan habitat was a large covered berth under construction, his new shipyard. Orbit. Yes, sir. Update on the modifications to the crawfish ship. The grazers and SFP cleaned it out, recycling much of the inside. The Infinigans bought all the unneeded tech from you, and are currently remodeling the inside and selling you the reconfigured tech at a significant margin. Sneaky fucks. I love them. Can our accounts handle it? Yes, sir. Guachuk has issued numerous loans out to small businesses throughout the nearby sectors. We still have several large clans of Stickians coming routinely for clam cookouts. The Twain Freight Corporation is taking off, with trade routes to 28 worlds. Also, the Craddock Grazer Trade Alliance has remained stable and profitable. Our ledgers are well and deep in the black. Any issues with our totem guest? It has taken to spending time watching the Infinigans in their shop. Their reworking capabilities amuse it. Good. All else calm? Yes, sir. 471 guests aboard. No instances. All 4 docks are occupied. The docks in Phase 2, how big were they going to be? The twin docks will be able to accommodate 8 standard-sized ships and 2 above standard to cruiser class. All right. I'm going to go hang out with Grack and have a drink. Beep me if I'm needed. In Treatment Vat 3, in the heart of the Starfish People's Farms, a parasite gestated in the corpse of a recently deceased crawfishian. Beep. Sam's collar speaker called. Yes, Orbit. Sorry to interrupt your conversation on star coloration, sir. Sam set his drink on the counter. What's the situation? One of the Craddock patrols have conducted a tow procedure, bringing an ailing vessel in. Rift Lane casualty? Yes, sir. Their engines were scuttled, and from their hails, their life support is failing. Let them board. They cannot, sir. Why not? They are a deep-sea species. Their ship is pressurized and quite large. How large? It would rival one of our carriers in mass. Sam stood up and began walking out of the hot dam. He waved at Grack without looking. Grack shrugged and cleaned off the counter. Sam arrived in the control room. 3 Infinigan, 2 Grazers, and a cluster of SFP were running the displays and controls. 2 Kratoks stood guard at the door. Give me details. An Infinigan female, Hufftooth, approached and started briefing him. Their life support is biologically based. It appears the algae they rely on has become infected with a virus of unknown origin and is dying out. They have 3 sections quarantined, but their breathable seawater will not replenish fast enough. They will suffocate in 2 cycles. Anyone have ideas? Hufftooth pulled a data slip from her arm display and put it on the main control room display. I asked Crunch Crunch as soon as I had details, and he sent me this draw-up of a filtration system that could work. She looked at Sam, head tilted. It will take approximately 6 cycles to fabricate and put together. Also, we don't have any suits capable of handling that pressure. Orbit? Yes, sir. Your suit can handle it. Okay, so I could go in there and install it. We gotta buy them time, though. Sam went through the phone book logs on the control display. He punched in the station code and buzzed the preserver. Preserver, you there? Yes, I am here, Sam. The preserver answered. We have a ship of deep-sea sapients about to suffocate due to their life support algae dying. We could use your assistance. That sounds interesting. I have an heir here with me. Would you mind if they help me? It would be greatly appreciated. Please come to main control.